Urban Hunan Kalik and Yu. Yeah, Chen Jiaoming has formed over in the north. He's not in the south in this campaign. I don't know what you guys are really going to do, though, to be quite honest. Okay, Saudi-Omani War, nothing surprising there. Like, it's just like, you're so bad. Radar construction speed? Fuck it, I'll still take it. Because, again, what else are you going to spend the political power on? Getting the electrics bonus isn't the worst thing in the world. Yeah, we're still at 14%, which I think is a lower number than we started off with. I think we started off with 18% for Japanese support in the country. So I am not too worried about that. I think the numbers we have right now are completely within the realm of acceptability. Okay, Canada has now invoked the War Measures Act. They are now authoritarian democratic. Did they back aside in this war? Fighting for America, fighting for America. I don't believe so. I might be wrong, though. Portugal joined the Entente. Doesn't really mean too much, though. What else we got? Let's equipment breakthrough. Get our research bonuses. Then after that, we'll be able to get our 5% attack and defense. Japan has announced her ambitions. As long as those ambitions in Japan do not involve overthrowing my government, then we're pretty good. You can intervene in China. That doesn't really bother me too much. You do that, but stay out of my, what's the plan for Kolchak? Basically, just try to win and conquer Russia. I have no idea how likely that actually will be, but that's the plan. I'm hoping it goes at least okay. If we can even just take over Siberia and partition Russia between me and the Germans, I'll still feel relatively okay with that outcome. But if we can conquer all of Russia, and, you know, we can hold Moscow, then it's looking pretty good. But we'll see what we can end up going. Indochina has conquered and has defeated Germany's Asia. Not that I think that matters too much. Germany's Asia doesn't really affect our plans for Russia too much. I mean, I guess Germany's Asia could theoretically actually invade into Russia, but I mean, they have what, one port right here? Usually not really worth it, I would imagine. Okay, Patagonia has annexed and defeated Argentina. Apparently Chile took a state as well. Oh yeah, they take Paraguay. Not a huge surprise there. They always end up taking Paraguay. Okay, more military factories. That puts us up to 7 out of 7 units. But I have 11 in storage, so that'd be 18 units total. But 18 out of 7 would be absolutely, I think, absolutely disastrous for us. In terms of all the negative modifiers we'll have for here. But, Chicago's fallen. Cleveland, the CSA actually might end up dying. Which I think is better for us for them to be dead than any of the alternatives. Okay, Chile joined the International. Argentina automatically joins the International because they're a puppet state, but they'll always end up leaving it until a later date. Because you are, yeah, become independent. And you leave the International, and you leave the faction. Okay, let's upgrade artillery to be a little bit better. Of course, resources are still absolutely garbage. But not too much we can do about that at the moment, unfortunately. I wish I could. And the Qing have actually taken Beijing. Solidify control. Do we need to do this? More support for our party. You know what? 100 political power, let's do it. I think that seems decent enough. Because more popularity does give you more political power gain. If we can boost that, that doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. Okay, I think this is what monarchy restored in Greece. Yes. Okay. Fine by me. You've ended up joining up with the Egyptians to fight the Ottomans at some point in the near future. France has actually taken over a lot of Switzerland, so Switzerland has now gone national populist. We'll see if Switzerland actually wants to join up with the Second Weltkrieg. Usually they don't, but... Okay, Albania is also invading. Because they have... Yeah, they have one core here. Godspeed, Albania. We'll see what you can get done. And Russia has declared war in Finland. Huh. Maybe they will just take over Karelia? And then do a white peace, and after that point, Finland will join the Reichspakt? Or will they just try to annex the entire country? I'm honestly not too sure. Oh, what are you guys doing? You are just social democratic. You're both social democratic. You might actually all stay neutral. And actually, I think there might be a chance that if you have not done abdication, which you have not, you might even get the Stockholm Treaty. We could, I think, actually theoretically see as a united Scandinavia. We'll see. It'd be very cool if that actually ends up happening. Okay, Japan's at war with the Philippines. Does that matter so much? I think the answer is no. Now, let's draw a closer relation to Fenian, while at the same time doing another anti-Japanese rally. Because right now they're at 17%, which is not so bad. And mere currency in Harbin. Japanese pressure with the rise of Korean nationalism in our state has made Japan a bit nervous and are insisting that we crack down on this fledgling movement. Failure to do so will drive Japan's ire. Korean issue. We lose 50% stability. You know what? Let's say. Apparently there's a lot of Koreans in Transamur. Okay. Which measures will be taken to people's residents, especially our middle class, which contains a great number of Koreans. We'll refuse Japan's request. What's my unit that I put in Vladivostok? Did that not actually, did I not actually deploy him over here? Apparently I did not. Expansion war is over. Japan hasn't attacked us yet, so I'm assuming that means that we're safe. Because Japan's probably attacking the Philippines, and the AI is like, you know what, we're already at war. Let's not bring more hassle into this than it's worth. At least that's my guess. I might be wrong, but that's my guess. Okay, so we got a few more days until you are closer. Visit for our masters will be here in just a mere moment. Actually, you know what? That's why we have so much political power all the time. Is because of this freaking event. It's constantly feeding us political power. Chief of Air Force. You know what? 10% throw penalty. Like, I can definitely see how that could be very situational. I don't think it's necessary right now. Naval treaty. I guess we go for aviation sector. Like, we're actually getting... Okay, if any governments accept, we now get another 20 political power. Thank you, thank you. Not that I think I really need more political power. I feel like we're actually okay with where we were at. But I'm curious to see if Japan decides to try to intervene in the Chinese war. Okay, so we have a new Dalai Lama. Socialist Greece is probably going to end up losing in a moment. And then Greece will probably just kill Albania, would be my guess. And then annex probably northern Ypres. 225 days. Honestly, I'll take it. A discount is a discount is a discount. And with 16,000 rifles, we can easily upgrade this without having to face too much difficulty. Yeah, we got the Iberian Federation, consolidating Spain. International is actually looking pretty good, which is very unfortunate. Hopefully we can see the Entente, I mean, I guess they have Portugal and Belgium on their side. Which I think actually puts them in a very awkward position, because I think usually is that the Entente, let's say it's just Portugal and there's the Iberian Federation, the Entente will put a lot of troops into Portugal and then try to push out. Also, Finland was annexed. I was kind of hoping that they would sign a peace deal or something, but this is way worse. Actually, I think it's actually really bad for us. Because it's just shrinking our front line to a position I don't like it to be in. I guess we'll start trying to produce some basic tanks. I don't think it's going to get too much done, but let's at least try it. Okay, we can't build any more factories here. Get some more resources. It's just more chromium, but you know, you'll take what you can get. You'll take what you can get. Okay, but it's November 1938. Second Weltkrieg is going to be happening pretty soon, I would say. About roughly, give or take, half a year. Then I will be ready. I will be ready to invade Russia. There's nothing that they will be able to do to stop me. An impossibility. Also, the CSA is having a horrible, horrible time. I think they're going to lose either Cleveland or Detroit. I'm not too sure which one's actually going to fall first. American Union State's having a very, very good game. Army training, construction, repair, resistant target. Like none of you are really that good. Let's go airport expansion. Even though I really, really, really do not think we need it. We already got, I think, like level 4 airports in here. Yeah, level 4 and level 5. It's really good for a tiny country that definitely will not be able to fill out those numbers. Also, the Qing are doing very, very well. They're actually going to take over the capital. I think when the Qing take over the capital defending government, that triggers an event for Japan to intervene. Again, I don't care if the Qing win the war. If Qing kills defending government, then so be it. But I think Japan's going to intervene. Okay, the war in the desert has begun. Rebellion in Yemen. Persia has joined up in the war. Nothing too surprising. Syrian revolt. Ottomans are at war with many different fronts, fighting Kurdistan, Iran, Syria, Egypt, Nejd, and Yemen as well. And Cyrenaica. Can never forget about Cyrenaica. Okay, Armenia joined up in the uprising as well. Kurdistan did end up losing. I guess we'll take a free paratrooper. I just don't know if it's really that useful. Triple joined the Cairo Pact. So there's a lot of the Ottoman troops here that are now just encircled. And the Korean Uprising. Korea has declared their independence in Seoul. I'm assuming Japan is going to intervene. There we go. We got the declaration of war. Where are you guys going? I don't know where they're going. But eventually they're going to be going to war, I'm pretty sure, with the Qing as well. As soon as Shenyang falls. Or I guess if it falls. I guess we're still waiting for the defending government to maybe push their way back. Okay, Italy declared war in 2 Sicilies. Now, war in Italy is just fine. It doesn't really affect us too much. Yeah, we'll go for the trash fighter manufacturer for now, because again, what choice do we really have? I think the answer is really 0. And now George is at war with the Ottomans as well. Azerbaijan will probably maybe end up joining up with the Ottoman Empire. We'll have to kind of wait and see on that one. The Ottoman troops are basically going to get stack wiped here. I think the Ottomans are having a bad time. If Greece was to join in the war as well, then I think that'd definitely be the nail in the coffin. But of course, Greece is having their own civil war, so chances of them getting involved, I think, are very, very slim. Okay, Shenyang has fallen. Will Japan intervene? Because that's when we played as a Qing. That was the kicking off point for Japan to declare war on us. Okay, Iberia joined the Internationale. Azerbaijan has joined up with the Ottomans. And Ecuador joined the Andine Pact. Not that the Andine Pact, I think, really matters. I'm not even sure the Andine Pact can actually do anything at all. I might be wrong. But, like, do you even have any, like, war goals? Reichspakt armed trade, Entente armed trade. The crusade against syndicalism. That's only if you go socialist, but I don't actually know if you can go socialist as Colombia. Anyways. Okay, Fanny government joined the Coast Prosperity Sphere. Yeah, so Japan is now definitely getting involved. We are not getting involved, though. We have a non-aggression pact. We have, we're 51-16. I think those are still okay numbers for us. Anti-tank. You're still 500 days of research. A little expensive for my blood. Just a tad. Yeah, and here comes the Japanese preparing for the invasion of China. We'll see if the Chinese United Front forms. It typically does, but I haven't seen it quite yet. And I'm curious again to see what the League of East Chinese Provinces does. Bulgaria joined the Belgrade Pact. Excuse me? What do you mean they joined the Belgrade Pact? I mean, I knew they could. I know it's in their focus tree. But I thought Bulgaria always got cooed if they tried to do that focus. Do they not always get cooed? Bulgaria can legitimately join the bulk? How have we seen so many different shit this campaign? Bulgaria in the Belgrade Pact, Belgium in the Entente by DAI, South Africa went socialist, which again I have not seen the AI actually do. So many weird and unique things. I'm still just surprised by it. I didn't think it was possible. Bulgaria into the Union. Unless it's not quite done. Bosnia or Serbia's not at peace, huh? Oh, they are at peace. Well, what's actually missing here? Oh no, they'd be Yugoslavia. Okay. Then they can actually join. They can actually just join Yugoslavia peacefully. Very interesting. Again, it's something that I don't think I've ever seen in my entire life, but I mean, apparently it's possible. Called the Petrograd regime. Is Petrograd even the capital of... Yeah, Petrograd's not even the capital of Russia, so... I think it's been a while since this text was actually updated. Chief of Navy, Chief Ship Designer, Tank Designer. I guess let's go for whatever light tanks we have. Just because, I mean, like, what else are we really going to do? Okay, still no more building slots. And with two states, we can't do that much with those anyways, unfortunately. Again, it'd be nice if we could, but I mean, like, once we are holding at least some Siberian territory, we should be okay. Building more factories, allowing us to deploy more units, get our military doctrines up as much as we possibly can. I don't know if the Qing will be able to kill Japan. I mean, they actually kick Japan out of Korea and actually do the sun setting on Japan. I'm okay with that. Like, it really doesn't harm me at all. You want more? Are you at? Yeah, 19%? Okay, that's the time for another anti-Japanese rally then. And we'll hopefully not get cooed and not get murdered. Okay, Hedges joined the Cairo Pact. And the war has ended. The Ottomans have lost their conflict. They're still at war with Azerbaijan, but we'll see how long that lasts. Iran got some territory. Syria's looking pretty good. Hejaz, Nej, Yemen, Muscat. Actually, you're not in the faction. Yeah, you guys have fun over there. The Japanese have landed in Tianjin. And actually will take Beijing and just march their way towards Mongolia. All these Qing troops will actually have like no access to supplies. We might actually just see. I mean, it's Japan when he takes Beijing. That triggers the Chinese United Front. I'm not too sure what actually triggers the event. I know when we were playing at the Qing, we had a hard time getting the rest of China to agree that we should put aside our differences and go to war with Japan. Okay, the West Indies Union has gone syndicalist. We'll probably see Venezuela try to take advantage of that by trying to take over some territories in Guyana. But I think the Canadians should be able to deal with that on their own. An election next year. Analyzing the Weltkrieg. So this is actually, it's a level 2 fort. Level 1 fort. Level 2 fort there from the French. And I feel like our military is actually decent. I mean, could it be better? Yes, it could. I'm going to spend the 400, 500 days to get this tech. I honestly think it's worthwhile. And Greece now joined up with the Entente. We now have an independent Turkey. And Georgia actually made Sochi their capital. Why Sochi and not, whatever their actual capital was, which I think was Poti? No, it's because Telfis fell. Okay, never mind. That's why Sochi's their capital. And Canada's war on Australia, because Australia's also gone syndicalist. A lot of people in the Entente have gone syndicalist. Australia, South Africa, and the West Indies Union. All three of them have gone socialist this campaign. I mean, again, Japan should be able to take Beijing. Like, I don't believe it should be that difficult for them to accomplish it. Yeah, there's gonna be another anti-Japanese rally. But I mean, Japan still likes us. We have 200 opinion of them. Non-aggression pact guaranteed. Korean issue. Negative 25 and plus 25. Okay. I guess we'll invite Japanese instructors. I'm not too sure exactly what that's going to do for us, but we'll see. I'm surprised that Japan has not taken Beijing yet. I mean, they got Tianjin, and Tianjin, as far as I know, cannot be invaded by the Qing. I mean, no, you can't actually. You're a puppet state. Never mind. I thought Shanghai was still just an independent country. But no, they're now fully within the Japanese sphere of influence. Okay, but the Second Weltkrieg is about to take place. With the Second Weltkrieg happening, it will allow us the opportunity to invade. And hopefully take over some decent parts of Russia. If we're lucky. Or we're going to get completely steamrolled by the Russian army. Those are the two alternatives. But I do think at this point we probably don't need a unit in Vladivostok. I think we're safe from Japan intervention. They have not intervened by 39. I don't think they're ever going to intervene. Unless, of course, maybe if authoritarian democracy gets too high. But I'm not going to let that happen. Okay, another technology. You're a 41 tech. 500 days on you is incredibly expensive. Let's go for a light tank. 74 days. Relatively cheap, I would say, in my book. I really want more factories. Can I go up to war economy? No, we're not at war. Fair enough. When we're at war economy, that should give us another boost here. I think up to 50% boost. No, it's a 30% boost. So it actually is not that great. But we'll see what that does for us. Maybe it'll give us like 1 or 2 more units that we can deploy. Japan's taken a decent amount of territory around here. Again, if I think you just take Beijing or rush away to Datong and cut these guys off some supplies, you'll be looking 100% A-okay. Okay, Burma and Siam are still at war. Azerbaijan, I think, is like too powerful. They do very, very well for themselves. Japanese structure is going to be here in a moment. The Alsace ultimatum has been passed. France has declared war on Germany. And now you are preparing to crush the German hegemon, which allows us to intervene. And hopefully take some land. And hopefully that will bring Russian troops off of our borders. That's what we want to see.